Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan's offense will have the opening possession of the game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field.
Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Creates a little space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Now it's 2nd and goal. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, Dave.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll go back to the ground. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun. wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Buying some time. Unleashes one. He's got it. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's marked. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll run it from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's gained. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Trying to beat him to the left. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
The Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined.
Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Wolverines scoring position on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolverine! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. He'll try it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Punch it out of the air. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this all.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Fires one high and deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. On target.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. caught in the backfield. It's Gaines. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
See if they can get it done on second and goal. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure.
Touchdown, Wolverine! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Michigan.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Coming out with it, it's Williams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now.
There he goes. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Good enough for first down.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
To the wideout.
The Nittany Lions in the hurry up.
On the play. And that's good enough for first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Tackle on the play at the 29-yard line.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing.
Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Safe completion on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one.